Oh, Kana. A game so good their game mechanics inspired me to create my very first video essay. It is also one of the most frustrating and painful platinum experiences I've ever had. When trophy guides only tell you half the story, we determine whether Kana Bridge of Spirits is worth your time, effort, and money. I'll also sprinkle some helpful tips and tricks. This Pixar-looking easy clap game for babies is not messing around when it comes to trophies. We are looking at a solid 7 out of 10 for a few reasons. Not only does it have the dreaded combat-related trophies, which are essentially skill-based because you have to kill 3 enemies with 1 parry, but they also double as missable trophies since enemies don't respawn after you finish the encounter.
Start? I don't feel so good.
Which means, if you're like me and you didn't pop them on your normal playthrough and now you're playing on master difficulty because that's also a trophy, that means you'll need to get the missable combat related trophies on the hardest difficulty. Yay! The lesson is simple. Don't be me. You need to play the game twice anyway, so play on normal, pop all of these, get used to the bosses and the honestly very unexpected challenge of the game.
Oh man, my shield! Not fair!
Side note, if you did make the same mistake I did, I am living proof that it is not impossible. Return to Sender and triple tap were the origins of some major outbursts during this platinum. So let me pass on some tips to you in hopes that you do not suffer as I did. And since we're talking about difficulty, as mentioned before, this game does require 2 full playthroughs, one to unlock master difficulty and another to beat it on master difficulty, so there is a bit of a time commitment. And don't even at me about how you were able to exploit the game before patch 1.06. If you happen to have a version of the game before said patch, then don't update your game because you're able to do some fancy saving and reloading, which allows you 1 playthrough for the plat. As I completely missed out on this tidbit of information, I knew what I was getting into.
Not easy to get along with, and I'm sensing you're a bit of a bitch. So,
It's definitely tough, but there is help out there, and I highly recommend it.
Okay, let's look up a guide.
Let me introduce you to Fuzzy Barbarian, which will cut down your plat time significantly.
It's time to beat the Mask Maker in Kana Bridge of Spirits on Master difficulty,
which gives you the tools to succeed. You've beaten these kids before. Save yourself the trouble, look up the strats, and enjoy the challenge and take back some of the satisfaction of defeating them. Become the Master Spirit Guide.
Nice. Oh man, guides are the best.
So, we've got 9 missable combat-related trophies, 2 playthroughs, 1 difficulty-specific trophy, and 210 collectibles, some of which you'll end up doing twice, since a lot of the collectibles make combat easier, i.e. they help you in earning more health, or more ults, or more skills. All of this would have been fine. After all, I have no qualms about getting Hollow Knight, which is a 10 out of 10 difficulty, and I purposefully didn't turn on any accessibility options during a Celeste's Platinum, a 9 out of 10. So why, oh why, is this one not nearly as enjoyable or satisfying? Let me think about that, because it's really hard for no reason.
How are you doing that with your mouth?
There isn't a story or theme purpose as to why the game is hard or why it's meaningful to conquer such a challenge. For instance, Celeste's whole theme is climbing an overwhelming mountain, which symbolizes an obstacle in your life, and challenging myself fell in line with the game and the story that it was telling, and to this day, it's one of my most proud platinums. For Celeste, earning the platinum was earning the climb to the top. The struggle getting there made sense. In Kana, it just doesn't. Sure, you can make the argument that the enemies are hard because life is hard. The corrupt creatures are essentially anger, depression, negativity. Therefore, of course, this shit's supposed to happen.
NANI?!
Even if that were true, which I do think to an extent it is, like Celeste, it shouldn't have been mandatory to beat the game on Master difficulty. Tell me how Kana, a girl who won't even break a single plank of wood, would want to celebrate doing an A train.
Got it.
I can't stop.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every platinum needs to be easy or lack challenge, but when it doesn't serve a higher purpose, it's not nearly as fun to earn. Kana Bridge of Spirits is priced at $39.99 at the time of this video, with the digital deluxe at $49.99. Both editions come with the PS4 and PS5 versions, aka 2 platinums for the price of 1. Kana is my game of the year. I really love this game, which is why the platinum was so disappointing. I highly encourage you to get this indie game, as it's better put together than some AAA games. Ember Lab does an amazing job of storytelling without holding your hand, which is such a breath of fresh air these days. But I can't help that they just didn't care about the trophies at all. It makes for a less fun platinum for an otherwise thoughtful and beautiful game. So with a heavy heart, I have to say that this platinum is not worth it. Unless you want a challenge for challenge's sake, in which you probably play Dark Souls, don't you? Let me know in the comments if you're gonna be the next Master Spirit Guide, and thank you for watching. And until next time, happy hunting!